Welcome to Bouqui'S Place. How are you guys doing? It's gonna be an amazing day. You know what Bouqui'S Place is about. We don't talk about the glitz or the glam. We talk about the grit and the grind, and we bring your favorite people to share their life's journeys. And today, in the building, we have the phenomenal, the multi-talented, the singer-songwriter, Blackface. Ladies and gentlemen, give Blackface a Bouqui'S Place welcome. Drum roll, everybody.
What's
What's
poppin'?
poppin'? Hey,
All right.
my brother.
I'm sorry about the network, and I just found this place. I think best place that we can, express our mind. We're in the open air. Is like just an open vicinity. So I'm glad again, and good to see you after a very long time.
Man, I think the last time I saw you was we had a show in Ibadan together. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, this time been long because you just disappeared. I was wondering till I found out you've got to God's own country. I said, okay, that's good. My sister is doing well, and it's good to be on this with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking time out to be here. So let me tell you real quick what Bouqui'S Place is about. And guys, if for any reason the network breaks up, we're going to start again because we want this to be crispy clear. So let me tell you what Bouqui'S Place is about. It's about the things that I went through to stand. When life looked at me and tried to tell me, you can't do it. How I looked life back in the eye saying, nah, man, you can't knock me down. It's about ordinary people in their ordinary lives doing extraordinary things, So what we do is we practically equip people with the necessary tools they need to do destiny. Now, when they hear that, oh, Blackface went through that and he's standing, I have no excuses. So it's just like an inspirational show. So when I shut up, you start your journey where you were born, and you take with you anywhere you go. I go. Welcome to Bouqui'S Place.
Okay. My name is Ahmedu Augustine, for those that don't know me. And I am from Benue State, a state in the Middle Belt in Nigeria. And, everybody knows my story. Though not everybody, though, but they know how I started from the plantation. The first hurdle in my journey started from the plantation, because the first thing was to get ready to come out of where we are, what we were, to come to Lagos, where the competition was. And firstly, there was no money to go on the transport, like to have the transport money to leave Benue or Enugu to come into Lagos. So we made like a pamphlet and made people to donate a little money they could to support our journey. So they donated little money from IMT then in Enugu. So the money piled up. And when the money got to be enough for me to use to take a bus from the east to Lagos, we embarked the journey. And then we came into Lagos. And then one other thing happened again was on entering into Lagos, the police at First Gate in Festa stopped us. And they were like, who are you guys? And what are you guys doing in Lagos? Have you been to Lagos before? Blah, blah, blah. Questions. Where are you going? And I'm like, we're singers. We came into Lagos because we want to try to make music. And they said that the whole city is occupied already with singers. They don't need any more. What are we coming to contribute? And I was like, well, we're gonna bring something else that you guys haven't heard before. And so that was how we were able to pass the first gate to enter into Festac town. And basically that's how the hurdle started.
Wow. Do they have the right? They don't have the right to stop people from coming into a city.
Yeah, but basically it's just to ask, because you have to have an ID card. Where do you live? Where are you going to? They just had to ask those normal basic questions. It was my first time coming to Lagos. Like mile 2 was like heaven with the lights everywhere. I was like, wow, this is a city though. This is a city though. You know, and I was excited. And then Huddle started almost immediately. The first thing was what to eat, where to sleep, where to record, where to sing, where are the places that people go to sing or hang out and talk about music. And so it started, and the first thing was where to meet the people that make music, where to know where is an event place, because what we do is perform. And we went to Dudan Barracks. We couldn't stay there because my brother was like, you know, living, he was a military man. And so we couldn't stay there because going out to the clubs and coming back late night, army if he shoots you, don't go waka anyhow, go be careful, now Lagos you did, you know, stuff like that, you know. So we now said, okay, the best place for us to go was to Festac.
And by this
So we
time,
went to Festac, and there I met.
By we, you mean who?
So, but then we're just 2 people in the band, just me and Two-Face that time, you know. So we stayed in Festac, and I started getting to know some people in Festac, like, because like I said, since I was already in town, I want to find out where the music is at. And so I hooked up with people like Alibi. I hooked up with people like Raw Forget and Raw. I hooked up with people like Azadus. I hooked up with people like BL. You know, and all the guys that were making music in Festac Town. And we became a one big family, like everybody watching out for each other, because there was none in it. It was just like love for the music, you know? And so huddles came. The first huddle that came was like, now we were living in 201 in my uncle's house. Now the house was just a 2-bedroom, and we had like about 6 to 12 people, more than 12 people that normally come to stay in the house. And so where to sleep, like I said, was a problem. Now the place became too small to accommodate the Plantation Boyz name, because we needed somewhere very quiet to write songs, and somewhere that we will not be causing problems to our neighbors by unnecessary guests, people they don't know, coming into the neighborhood because they want to see us. And so, because the place was too small for us, we started thinking about moving out to a different place. So we moved to a friend of mine's place in 22 Road. His name is Chidi. And we stayed in 22 Road, A1 Close, for some time, before we moved again to 401 to stay with my friend Akidi and More Money and the rest of them. And then it was still the same thing. And I said, no, it's time to get a house. And so saved money, got a house, and we had a 3-bedroom, and everybody took one rooms. And since I was a senior, I had to choose first. And so I chose the one with the big room, you know, because, you know, I like luxury too now, you know. So, and then they chose, and that's how we started making music together, like living together. But before then, we had also been making music together, though. Like the issue of having something to eat will crop up. So we'll buy amala or eba from Christopher, maybe about 200, egusi and okra. Then we'll buy meat. Then we'll not buy extra gari and do extra eba to join to that gari and make it big and manage the soup for us to eat and be filled. And so we just had to keep going and going until recording became an issue. Thinking of how to record, we need to save enough money. And then luckily for us, we went to, what's it called? We went to
Blackie.
Went to the island.
Blackie, who was the third person
Yeah,
at this point? You know, two of
yeah.
you came in. Who was the third person?
No, it was basically two of us in the first time. There was no third person.
Okay.
It was basically two of us. There was no third
Okay.
person. And so the third person, so when we were doing all these things, you know, we had to like, you know, we had to like have that continuous belief that what we are doing will surely work for us. But then you have family members, some family members will tell you, what are you doing? Like I've had my own senior brother tell me that I should be doing music. What am I doing? I should go back home. And I said, that's not going to happen. I'm going to make this happen. I'm not going back home for no reasons. So there were several factors that were hindrances that we thought of quitting along the line. But there's so many to mention that I'm trying hard to just summarize it for you to get like, we had different obstacles. Writing songs was also obstacles. You have to find a place to sit down and write the songs. And the police will come and meet us when we're writing the songs and take us to jail. Like, what are you doing sitting down here? This is a bad spot. This is a bad spot, and you are here, you have to go. And so that's how it has been. But then we're thankful that right now it's a different ball game. People know us now. And just been trying to add my own quota to the game. And that's why I'm still here right now, ain't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. But you see, this is not a summary show. We don't summarize here. So you just kind of cut off like 20 years. Because I remember the first show I went on with Plantation Boyz was Ife. Remember Play Safe in 99 or 2000? Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I do.
So you're not going to jump 20. That's 2 decades. Picking with them born for 2 decades. Don't marry. So when did you meet Phase and how did the game open up? And just tell us and let's go with you.
Basically the game opened up when we got like we qualified to be main act in the Rotmus mega group. So when we qualified to be the main act in the Rotmus mega group, we were being paid, it was 10,000 naira for a show. And we had to do like 30 of those shows. And that was like 300,000 naira, which some artists would not even collect today for one show. In total of 30. You understand? So we got that money, and I was like, okay. Nelson Brown, who was our producer then, when I said, okay, Nelson Brown should we'll give you some money for production. And he started getting the records ready. But before, we had been going to the studio to record with Nelson Brown, who will have in between sessions, maybe from 6 o'clock in the evening to like 10 o'clock in the evening, you know, or 6 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock in the morning. And you have to be in Ebenezer from Festac for your half session. You know how crazy the roads were, how the roads haven't expanded at this time. You have to jump the Moloe and all of that. But all those things happen. But the moment we got money, it was only right for me to book a long session, like book the session for a long period of time. So without booking that session for a long period of time, I don't think anybody would have heard the Plantation Boyz at all. It would have just been a dream that just came and just went away. So the Rotmus Mega Group was just like that. And we said, okay, let's go. So it was fun performing round the cities for, you know, almost 18 states. And I knew Nigeria was very big, like a great country. And since then, my love for Nigeria skyrocketed, you know, and that's it till like today. you know.
Wow. Wow. So you guys were making music, and after a while, you didn't make music together again. So how did that, what happened? Because you know, when a breakdown happens, it didn't just happen. It's gradual. What were the signs that made you realize it was going to break up, and what eventually broke the group up?
Well, to be honest, I would say the first sign I knew that the group was going to break up was when we weren't getting money for the records we had made. Like the marketers weren't paying, and I was always talking to Nelson Brown, like, why shouldn't they pay? They should pay us royalties. We have like a contract, it's 3 months. They should pay us no matter what it is, so that we can make ends meet. And everybody started having their own dreams. You know, people started having girlfriends. You know, now they want to cruise in cars. Now everybody wants to step up, have a level. I know those things are always going to like come up and like, you know, be a factor to be a problem in the merging and unity of the group, of the band members, you know. But first hurdle to show that was we said we wanted to buy a car. Now I said, let's buy a car for the band. And everybody wanted individual cars, apart from me. And I wanted a one car for the band. But then that didn't happen because they voted against me. And so everybody bought their cars, and everybody's cruising and going to Lekki, and everybody's like, I know that, Omo. It's not going to be something that could last as long as I thought. Like, I was just having it at the back of my head, though. But I tried to stop it as much as I could. But I guess everything happens for a reason. And so I didn't want to take it away from anybody who wanted to go solo, who wanted to do something with their music differently from the plan that was the initial plan. Because we had an initial plan, which was like, since we were coming from IMT, and it was a plan to take the name of Nigeria and the name of Benue and the name of the people from Nigeria, all tribes, to show that we are Nigerians and we made a difference. You know, we made a difference in the music and to affect the people all over the world. But then other people had their own different agendas. But that was my own agenda. And so they didn't follow my agenda. They wanted to do something else. And so, you know, someone like me, I know if you say, don't do this, or don't do that. It's all up to you. You take your decision. If you know it's going to favor you, then it's all good. But I just said, well, everybody do what they wanted. And I stayed back. And I watched it unfold. And here we are today.
Blackie, you have to be careful. Don't be saying how we are today. If they ask you in exam, we need not be saying, and if they say, tell us how Jesus died, you say they took him in the garden and he died. What's happened? Give us details.
No, like I said, I've already told you, like it was basically because of ambition. It was basically ambition. There was not like, we didn't have any problem with ourselves. It was ambition and how to make ends meet. It was ambition and how to, you know, everybody wanted to move to the next level. And so, you know, so I can't say pinpoint what really happened. I can't really pinpoint what happened, but I guess it's ambition.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
If you were to do it again, what would you do? What would you do differently?
If I was to do it again, I think I would be solo from the start. Like I'll be solo from the start if I was to do it again. I'll be totally solo. I'll think more of my own music and my own rendition than worried about other people, you know. Because It's a different thing when you worry about people and they don't worry about you. You understand what I mean? So I would have known better, like now that I know better, that it's not really healthy to be worrying about people who really don't really worry about you.
And how did that make you feel, and how did you get over it? People not caring about the things that matter to you. You know, how did that make you feel?
Firstly, I didn't care, you know, because they know I'm a full-time player. Like, I'm a full-time player. Like, you know, in this game, you can boo me. You can say you don't like my music. You can say you don't like my person. You can say all sorts of things about me. But there are going to be people that are going to like my music or like my person, regardless of what people could tell the media to spread about me. So the first things that I found was like, everybody started feeling like, why would I have an issue with Two-Face? And I'd be like, what you guys mean? Why should I have a problem with him? Of course I have a problem with him. And if I have a problem with him, it's not for you guys to tell me not to have a problem with him, because there's something he did that I don't like. You know, and imagine a song like African Queen. It's a worldwide hit. Everybody knows about it. And the song was released on Akenny's music, and I didn't get no credit for it. And I give him the right to sing the song. So you can imagine that. And then I don't care what the music would have done, what numbers, that I wanted them to recognize that song was written by Mr. Ahmedu Augustine. And additional lyrics that was added by Mr. Innocent Idibia. That was just all I wanted. But then they say, go write another song. Why you don't go write another song? And I'll be like, what do you mean go write another song? It's just like saying you have a kid who is maybe like sick, and you want to take the kid to the hospital to make the kid get better, and people tell you, why not let this kid just die, and you and your wife give birth to another child? I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And so I've had people have said it. Some of them might even be here listening. Like, they don't talk bad about their friend, because what they would have done is like uncalled for and shouldn't have been done at all. And so all the time they were getting laurels from that music, they would have been saying, yo, big up to my man Blackface, big up to my man for writing such a beautiful piece. They should have just said that. But let me tell you, the industry is so corrupt that they even plan how to say, take away the celebrity status or the celebrity whatever from Blackface Naija. They made a publication about it. So all they were doing was to put me down. So I wasn't getting no shows. I wasn't getting no gigs. I wasn't getting none. In fact, I wasn't getting none. Because I did something that was right. Or because I asked for people to do something that is right. So I become the villain. And I said, well, if it's like that, then it's all good. So, like I said, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I just feel like they don't exist. So all they do is hack my accounts. I build it up, they hack it, because they don't want people to say, yo, there's Blackface Naija in Nigeria, man. That guy got music, he's writing some songs, he's made some music. I've made over like about 6 albums on my own. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I've done so much work, contributed to the industry as a solo and with my other band members. You know? But they want to discredit me. All just like that. And so I'll be like, well, I don't care. I don't care, because I'm still going to be me. No matter what, I'm still going to be me. And I'm still going to be making more music. So I've even had people, yeah, that will tell me that Blackface, I didn't know you, but there was a time to a club, to perform in a club. And the moment you came into the VI, friends left the VI because we didn't want to have anything to do with you because we felt such a bad person who will go outrightly to bring people down. And I said, you guys really think about me that way? And I said, yeah. They said, yeah, that's what the media says. And I said, don't believe the media, man. Don't believe this media. Because they can do anything to bring some persons down, even if you are doing the right thing. And so I didn't take it to heart. I knew the journey is still very, very long. It's not going to stop now. So let's see.
Wow.
And time reveals everything. Anyway, so that's it.
Why do you think they wouldn't give you the credit?
Well, I don't know. Maybe, you know, when people know things about music publishing, and you are not so thinking so much about that, people could go around to do things like that. They could, but there was nothing wrong. Why criticize me for coming out straight and telling you what you did is wrong? Because I can't be keeping it in my mind like I'm thinking about what somebody did to me that is wrong. So, and then I want to tell you another scenario now. This is a scenario that you will not believe happened to me. When I was living in Festa, they wanted to evict me from my house. They sent policemen, like about 5 trucks. They came to the front of my house. They broke my door. They broke down the gate. They evicted me from my house forcefully, jabbed me with their gun on the side of my face. You understand? And they evicted me out of my house because I was living in Festa. And I said, I wasn't owing rent. I wasn't owing water bill. So what they're going to be doing must be some cabals in place. It must be people on the ground who are looking for how to bring down Blackface Naija. I don't know them though, but they are in this our industry. So it's really, really crazy. I don't want to talk about them because I know they're not going to be there forever. You know. But people like me have stood that storm. I've seen it, like when they evicted me from my house. I went to go and be staying somewhere around Ijebu Waterside. I've actually got pneumonia from there, but I'm getting better like over the years because I was staying in a place very cold. And then I never had any of my friends come and ask of me like, "Where's Blackface? Where's Blackface? What's up? What kind of Blackface? What's up? Where's Blackface Naija? Where's Blackface?" But I look on the television and I see them singing my song. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So my life has been like a tussle, different. I don't want to go to like, you know, like family where, you know, I was married, I had 2 kids, very lovely kids, Alexander and Caroline, but like I am now, I'm a single dad. I don't live with my kids. My kids stay with their mom. But I wish my kids stay with me because I'll be turning them up every day as a dad. And I'll be looking after them like I should as a father. But they don't want that. Things are going on that I'm trying to find out. So maybe legally, maybe the courts is just the only thing that might help me to solve some of these things that I've been going through over the years. And I get my life balanced back and I make more music for the fans.
Wow. Wow. I have so many questions in my head right now that I don't even know where to start. But just to piggyback on this one real quick, why did you guys separate?
Yeah, why did you separate? Yeah?
Yeah.
That one, I will not know. I think it's God's plan. God just wanted it like that. I think so because you know, um, when I knew her, she was very young, and she we started courting and dating, and she got pregnant, and she had her first child, Caroline, and then she was in Lasso, and I said, you can't be going to Lasso and having my child. You have to move in with me. So she moved in, and then from there, she started going to school. From there, I take her home, I take her to school, and bring her back, and blah blah. Then she got pregnant again for the second time, and I said, we just have to get married. What do you think? And she said, okay, that's a good idea, you know. And then we decided that we should do it, you know, and that was it. Because I didn't want to have kids at a wedlock. Do you understand? I don't want to have kids at a wedlock. So we married, and then things started happening, like the music was, like me going out to the shows, not coming back, maybe to the next day or some stuff like that. We started doing different kind of things, and it's also normal for the lady to get fed up over things that you don't think she's gonna, you think she's just gonna overlook them, but she's really keeping account. You know, when you have a wife, you say, my wife is always gonna be there for me. She's my wife. I told her everything already. She's my wife. But you don't know that things can just turn around all of a sudden. So it happened to me. If I knew better, maybe I would have treated that better. I would have made sure that I kept the family close. I would have made sure I made her understand even more. But the reason for the separation and everything, I really can't say. I can't pinpoint because it must be in our own heart to decide what she wants to do. Not me, because I really miss my kids. You understand?
Absolutely. I'm so sorry to hear that. I had no idea that was going on.
No, yeah, it was going on through it all. It was still going on through it all.
Wow. So let's go back to our hearts are with you, and we're hoping it works out best for you. Let's go back to African Queen. What I want to know why.
Okay.
You've already said some people understand the publishing and they know. Did you sue them? Did you make it legal?
I never sued them.
Why?
It was somehow for me to be suing someone so close to me that I thought was my friend. I only just thought there was a mistake somewhere, they were standing somewhere. And which, with time, I feel they should be able to play out. And I give them all the time in the world to play it out. But instead, they were using it all against me. And say, would you throw away that song? Throw away that song, you know? And so, I just decided to go right, like, I decided to make my own rendition of the song again, and make it. And thanks to all my fans, because that song, African Queen, on my own version, has about 200 and something thousand views on my YouTube page. I just have like 7,000 subscribers, and so it tells you that people love the music regardless. It's not a matter of who's following you, number of subscribers, number of followers, number of people on your IG, whether you're verified or not. If you're doing what's really right, people will definitely want to listen to you.
Wow.
You understand what I mean?
Wow, I think your heart is good. And I pray it works out well for you, because I'm listening to you and you're regarding a friend that didn't regard you as a friend. You know what I'm saying? Because when you guys came to Lagos, how did you meet? How did you guys meet?
That was back in Benue now, because we are from Benue State. We're both from Benue State.
And you all.
And so from Benue State.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like I was in Mount St. Gabriel's. He was in Mount St. Gabriel's. I was a year ahead of him. And so when I left Mount St. Gabriel's, I went to IMT. So he went all the way like Jos and other places and make music. And then he came back to meet me in Enugu and said he still has problem with his music. And that was how we took that route. And I said, I'm going to Lagos. Maybe we could join, be a band, because I'm going to do so. I have some plans for my music. But I can't do it for you and do it for me at the same time. I can't be pushing two bands. So it's better we make just one and have a band. I'm a rapper, you're a singer. I've seen bands like that. They can work out. Let's see how it goes. And that was how we started. You know, so I really don't like, you know, like to talk about, you know, how we started and who and what and what. I don't want it to make it seem like I always talk about them. But I don't want it to seem like that because I make my music regardless. I don't need them to make my music. And since we stopped working together, their music doesn't sound like my music sounds. And their music doesn't go like my music goes because my music is on a different route. And their own music is on a different route. So if somebody listens to a Blackface, it's not going to sound like Two-Face or sound like a thing. Or it's not going to sound like any other artist, or maybe Whiskey or the video or anybody. It's not going to sound like that. I sound like me. So I just didn't worry. I just didn't worry much. I just want to do me and contribute my own quota to the industry. You know, but you know when they say they have people that, you know, untouchables, that there's some people you can't touch. But there's some people you can't touch. Nobody really fast now. So they must have something that they do wrong as well. So let's talk about those ones a little bit. Why don't they? But they won't. Then they say I'm hating because I say, why do a song and you didn't tell me? You know, so I've been on the verge, on the industry, like, trusting me, feeling like you're the one trying to show that you're the one that does. Okay, let's deal with you. You know understand when we start now, Bouquie. The press people, they told me once that the beginning will be the press, and then the end will be the press. And you know what I told them? I told them the press can't press me. They should know that the press can't press me. I never knew that revolution was going to come to the internet, to people going to telephones, that I could be talking to you like this right now without going to a television. But I told them they can't press me. Until today, we're live. We're live. So what are they going to say about that? Which means it's only better. Today we were arguing something. Sorry to deviate a bit. We were arguing in the morning with my boy Irvin and Freedom Blaze, and they were talking about how we should like go at the industry, like what to do, what to do, and blah blah blah. And I said, there's one thing we can't do. We can't pay to be played. That's what it is in this game we've come. We can't pay to be played. We will be paid to be played. We will not pay to be played. Because if I join everybody paying to be played, then where is the battle or where is the game? Check my YouTube channel. I got some videos out there. You're not going to see it on the mainstream. Why? Because I'm Blackface Naija. I'm the one that loves to hate. I'm the one that loves to hate. Things are good. I love it. Let us send the energy. I love it. You know? That's it.
Blackie, so the reason, I'm going to tell you this again, just for people that are just joining, the only reason why we're sharing these stories is so that someone can know how to guard themselves. You wrote a song. You didn't protect the song. Yeah. You know, so someone might be listening out there just writing. I know so many people in my DM saying, Bouquie, take this song. I dash you. I'm like, I'm retired from rap, but even if I wasn't, I'm not going to just take a song and then you come back and it's your intellectual property, go copyright it or whatever, you know? So that's the reason why we're having this conversation for a new artist that's writing. Just, you know, the thing about gifted people is, when the fire is burning, they just want any platform. They just want to do it. They don't remember that there's going to be rewards or repercussion. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not like that. I don't go that way. I don't go that way. Like, you know, when you want to register a song, there are different segments they will ask you. Writers. Quote, any I don't know, writer, you add. Are they publishers? You will add. Any. So if they were registering the song and it comes to writer, how would they forget my name and remember their own?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, that for a young person right now.
You know, yeah, there are some songs that you haven't finished, you're still growing. So, and you know, then copyright issue was not so very to the forefront at that time. We're doing it basically for the love of it at that time, but there was copyright, yes. But it's only normal when you say, yo, do this music, and they ask who the writer is. You just give the writer. Nobody has to know. Just put it in the right thing. But I asked them why did they do it. They said it was a typographical error.
Oh, they admitted.
And they were going to correct it. Yeah, they admitted. Until today, 2020, I'm still waiting for a copy of that from either Kenny's Music to have my name there, Ahmedu Augustine in it, or from Innocent Diga to have my name there, Ahmedu Augustine in it.
Did you ever sit down with Innocent to say, why did you do this?
They will avoid me, basically. If I'm coming this way, they go the other way.
So you never,
because they don't even want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. And like, honestly, I think the only way for people to understand is when we go to a proper court, when we go before the jury, and let them be able to analyze our case and check it out. Because we had an ADR to resolve this, and there were some things they were supposed to do after the ADR. Till today, they're acting like they've forgotten about it. But they go with the publications that they're giving me 50 million, they're giving me money, and everybody's talking about it all over.
So they've never given,
how about you guys
they've never given you anything.
They never. So I'm just waiting, because it's not basically about, see, African Queen cannot be something that we talk about now and forget, because number one, until it is done right, we're still going to have issues about it. Until it is done right, we're still going to have issues about it. Because I haven't approached the courts yet, but they have. And they sued me for 50 million because I said, why did they have to perform my song, Let Somebody Love You, without my consent? Of which I was the one that said you can sing African Queen, but I never said you should sing Let Somebody Love You. Or I never said your manager should add to my song.
Wait, you wrote?
So why you guys diving into my
Let
property?
Somebody Love You?
That's my song.
Wait, how many songs did you write? How many songs did you write?
Man, that's one of them too. That's another one.
Okay, so.
But I was angry at that because they added somebody else as a writer to the song, which they should have asked me first. They didn't ask me for it, of which I have evidence to prove that. Why did you do my song without telling me? And they say, I thought I told you. I said you didn't tell me. Call me, let's talk about it. But they lying and denying till this very day. Like Deontay Wilder would say, to this day, they're still lying about it, to this day. So you see, that's why I'm calm with it, you see? So I'm calm with it. I really don't want to go dive into that so much. I like to go a little backwards, like, you know, I had your show with Tony Tetwila, and I was touched by it because some of the stories that I heard was somewhat similar to, not like, it's not like similar to mine, but it's somehow like they felt like I couldn't improve. They felt I couldn't get better. They felt I was just, but who knows what tomorrow holds? Who knows? And so when Tony Tetula was having the issue with the remedies, I was the one to go between him and the remedies. So when he was saying Plantation Boyz, he was basically talking about me. That went to talk to Idris and Eddie to say, let him still be in the group. No. And they said, no, let him be in the group. And I said, well, because me and Idris are very close friends. Just that we have different opinions. He thinks our president is bad, I think our president is good. He thinks Nigeria is going down the drain, I think Nigeria is about to rise again. Do you understand? So I talked to him about it and said, look, this guy, but they didn't agree. So it was from there I started discussing with Tony. I started writing songs for him from the Road Boys group. I've been looking for your kind of woman in my life. I've been looking for your kind of woman in my life. I've been looking, searching high and low. I've been looking for your kind of woman in my life. Then they added Ogogoro be like who, but if you sure you go. I was offended when I heard Ogogoro be like woman in that song.
Blackie.
But I said, well, if you guys like it that way, then it's okay. You know, so I worked with Tony, and then I got Rock and Rock to come in. We blew up the whole place to let them know that, look, everybody can get opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that's what it is. So I don't feel like we should take too many things to heart. I think everything now, from that time to now, it's been a learning process for all of us growing up. To realize that family is more important than anything. And your family are your close friends. Your family are the ones that are there for you when really nobody's there. And those are the people you call family, not just anybody that just wants to jump into you because the person wants to brag, say, yeah, you're this, you're that, and you feel that person is family. That can't be family. You know, so me, I hold my own family at heart. I hold them close. I try to keep them close as much as possible. Because, number one, I should be, you know, telling you, I've done this kind of mistakes before, don't do it. I've done this before and it didn't go well, don't do it. There's a purpose why I'm on this earth, and there's a purpose why I'm still here and still trying to be relevant to the society. And nobody can just say, yo, Blackface, you don't deserve to be in the society because we don't like your face, or because we don't like your big nose, or because we don't like your big mouth, or we don't like your big hair. But all those don't matter. My brain is still ticking and working, and I've been contributing over the years. So what are they talking about?
Wow. Blackie, I think your greatest asset is your heart. Your heart is so precious because, man, I'm telling you, man, I look around me, I think we have 2 minutes more. Oh, wow. Dang. Blackie, if you had to sit down with Innocent and you could say something to him, what would it be in 1 minute? If you could just pour out, remembering all the love you shared, how you uprooted yourself, what would it be?
I think I've already made that clear with them already, to him. I've already made that clear already. Because they've chosen their own route. They've chosen what they want to do. Let them do it. They have nothing to do with me. You know, the music is totally different because Osadebe and Sonny Ade cannot be the same.
I understand. What I'm saying is, what would you say to him? Whether music, whether family.
I just have absolutely nothing to say to him anymore.
What are you working on?
What am I working on right now? I'm working on an album called Rising Sun.
Okay.
The album called Rising Sun is gonna feature so many artists that I've been working with, from Skinny Rose, Freedom Blaze, SK Malawi, Bayonet, Busan, Bill Vane, people that have really been working with me for over the years. So all this work will be putting up over the years is going to come out as Rising Sun.
28 seconds.
Do you understand? That's my own album. They have their own album they're doing as well. So the Rising Sun is going to have like maybe 39 numbers or 40 numbers.
We have 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Blackface, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming to Bouqui'S Place. We love you. Follow Blackface, push his music. God bless you. God bless you.